Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
How are you this morning?
I'm fine, thank you. And you, ma'am?
Fine, thank you. Okay, before we start our lesson, because we are still in COVID-19 pandemic, so have all of you, have you used your mask well? Okay, good. Okay, ketua kelas silakan lead your friend for praying first.
Hayya nabda darsana bi qira'ati du'a.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilman warzuqni fahman.
Okay, may Allah bless our activity today. Amin.
Amin.
Okay. Who is absent today? Dini. Dini. Sakit Dini Nanda?
Yes, ma'am.
Ya, semoga get well soon ya for Dini. Kayak Dini. Yang lain hadir ya?
Hadir, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. What did we learn last week? Intention. What is intention?
To show plan.
To show? Okay, to show plan. Good. Do you have any plan for this weekend?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your plan?
I don't want to go to Jambi, ma'am.
Jambi. Okay, for this weekend. This weekend, go to Jambi. Okay, next. You, do you have any plan for this weekend? Okay, what is your plan?
I wanna go to the wet ice rock in that side in Medina Bali, ma'am.
Oh, do you like the place? Like the place. How does it look like?
Because when I see ma'am the green views, ma'am, I tend to refresh my eyes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Next, who else? Do you have any plan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is your plan for this weekend?
I plan to go travel to India.
Travel to Bukit Tinggi. Do you like Bukit Tinggi?
Yes, ma'am.
How does it look like?
So beautiful because there's so many places to visit, ma'am.
Okay, there are so many places to visit. Okay, next. And you? Do you have any plan? No? Who else? Okay. Soliha, do you have any plan?
Yes, ma'am. I will go to the mountain Singgalang, ma'am.
Mountain Singgalang. Have you ever visited Mountain Singgalang?
Haven't, ma'am, but I really want to visit it, ma'am.
Okay, good. Next, who else? Okay, and you?
Bila wanna go shopping, ma'am.
Wanna go shopping? Where is it?
Bila wanna go shopping so many things because so many things has lost in my dormitory, ma'am.
Wow, how poor you are. Okay, who else? Siapa lagi yang punya rencana ke Ilmi?
Kami wanna go to Panjang Beach, ma'am.
Padang Beach. Panjang Beach, okay. Where is it?
It's located at Bengkulu, ma'am.
At Bengkulu. Have you ever visited the beach?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, how does it look like?
When we visit at the first we can go to big water. That is Panjang Beach, ma'am, or in Indonesia Pantai Panjang, ma'am.
Okay, Pantai Panjang. Okay, good. Okay. Kita sudah mendengar teman-temannya. There are several of your friends have described about some beautiful places, right? So actually, who can guess what exactly that we are going to learn for this morning? Okay. Okay, good. Descriptive text. Okay. Descriptive text. Pernah belajar descriptive text dulu sebelumnya? Pernah, pasti pernah ya. Jadi di sini I have something for you ya. Ada sebuah video pembelajaran, tapi Mem akan putar nanti. Jadi sekarang Mem akan beritahu dulu ke Anda kira-kira what is our learning purpose. Ya, kita belajar descriptive text itu tujuannya untuk apa, manfaatnya untuk apa. Yang pertama, I hope you can analyze the social functions, the structures, and also the features of the text. Yang kedua, I hope you can analyze the written and implicit meaning of the text, and also specific and general information from the text. And the last one, I hope you can create a descriptive text. Jadi berdasarkan tempat apa yang sudah pernah Nanda kunjungi, jadi you can describe it in an essay dalam bentuk descriptive text. Jadi itu kira-kira tujuan pembelajarannya ya. Jadi sebelum kita masuk ke inti, I have something for you. Sebuah video about describing place. Jadi the instruction is please watch the video. Nonton dulu videonya and then analyze the content of the video. After watching the video, I will give some question to you related to it. Yeah, do you understand? Okay, good. Okay, coba kita lihat videonya ya. Di sini ada video pembelajaran.
Hi, welcome back to Madam English YouTube channel. Today's lesson, we are going to talk about descriptive text. Kalian tahu nggak sih apa itu descriptive text? Dari kata-kata ini aja kita sudah bisa menebak bahwa descriptive text itu ya tugasnya atau fungsinya yaitu untuk mendeskripsikan sesuatu. Bisa benda, bisa seseorang, atau juga bisa tempat. Nah, hari ini kita akan membahas tentang descriptive text yang merupakan deskripsi suatu tempat, historical place, atau tourism spot. Nah, jadi kita akan membahas how to describe a place. Well, let's see the social function of this text. Because we are going to describe a place, jadi social functionnya adalah to describe a particular place. Mudah kan? Well, mudah banget kan? Jadi kalau misalnya nih, kamu baca suatu teks yang ngomongin tentang tempat wisata. Lalu kamu ditanya, what is the social function of this text? Maka kamu hanya tinggal menjawab, the social function of this text is to describe nama place-nya. Nah, misalnya kamu sedang membaca teks tentang deskripsi Pantai Mutun. Jadi kamu tinggal bilang to describe a Mutun beach. Mudah kan? Oke, now let's see the structure of this text. Structure dari descriptive text itu cuma ada dua. Yang pertama yaitu identification dan yang kedua yaitu description. Kalau identification itu membicarakan tentang apa sih nama tempatnya, karena kita fokus ke describing place ya. Apa sih nama tempatnya, di mana sih lokasinya, terus gimana sih cara kita ke sana, atau mungkin apa sih yang terkenal dari tempat ini? Nah gitu, jadi kita membahas secara umum dulu ya. Namanya apa, what is it, where is it, terus itu apa sih menariknya, seperti itu. And then the next one is description. And in the description gitu kita biasanya membahas tentang misalnya lokasinya bagaimana, jika ada bangunan di sana bangunannya seperti apa, jika itu suatu pemandangan alam pemandangannya seperti apa, atau juga kamu bisa mendeskripsikan activities that you can do in that place. Jadi apa sih yang bisa kamu lakuin di sana? Nah, itulah describing places. Jadi kalau misalnya we describe a place, kita bisa memberitahu dulu ya, what is it, where is it, how we get there, then how does it look like? Jadi bagaimana sih penampakannya, penampakan tempatnya gitu ya maksudnya. Jadi kamu ceritakan, describe the appearance, mungkin penampakannya seperti apa, ada warna apa gedungnya. Nah jadi setelah kamu memberitahu what is it, where is it, how can you get there, terus apa sih famousnya dari tempat itu, atau mungkin kapan dibangunnya tempat itu, kapan mulai dipublish dibolehkan orang datang ke tempat itu. Nah, seperti itu. Dan selanjutnya kalian bisa mendeskripsikan tuh tempatnya itu seperti apa gitu. Apakah pemandangannya indah, apakah gedung-gedung di sana tinggi ataukah unik, gimana. Nah, kamu tinggal ceritakan di descriptive text kalian. Jadi itu adalah structure dari describing places. Selanjutnya kita akan membahas tentang language features atau linguistic features dari descriptive text. Jadi kita kalau misalnya mendeskripsikan suatu benda, hewan, atau orang manusia gitu ya, atau tempat, kamu bisa menggunakan simple present tense. Tapi ada tapinya nih, jika kamu ingin menceritakan suatu history di balik atau sejarah di balik suatu gedung atau suatu tempat, nah kamu bisa menggunakan past tense karena itu kan event yang sudah lampau ya, jadi kamu bisa menggunakan past tense. Selanjutnya misalnya kamu mau menceritakan lagi, oh tempat ini dibangun pada tahun 1990 misalnya, nah itu juga kamu menggunakan simple past tense. Oke, cukup mudah kan? Jadi kalau misalnya mau mendeskripsikannya, kamu bisa menggunakan simple present tense. Kalau misalnya kamu mau menceritakan past event tentang lokasi itu atau tempat itu, tempat bersejarah atau tempat yang wisata seperti itu ya, kamu bisa menggunakan past tense. Mudah kan?
Okay. After watching the video, what can you get from the video? Siapa yang bisa menganalisa isi videonya? Apa yang Anda dapat dari videonya? Raise your hand. Raise your hand, oke? Okay? Saliha?
Descriptive text is descriptive text who describing place is the social function is to describe a particular place. There are two structure identity.
Okay, good. Soliha, next. Who else? Okay?
The language feature for in descriptive text is simple present tense to describe a place, and if have the history of a place, we use simple past.
We use simple past tense. Jadi kalau untuk historical place-nya simple past tense ya. Tapi secara keseluruhan the writer use simple present tense. What else? What can you conclude from the video? Okay, Nanda?
Identification nih, that's all about the name, and then for the place, the location, and what we wanna go to.
Oke, how do we get there? Ya, jadi itu ada pada bagian identification. Kalau pada description-nya apa isinya?
All about the place.
Iya, all about the place. Ya, the characteristic of the place. Jadi itu kira-kira ya. Jadi from the video, can you get the main point of descriptive text from the video? Sudah bisa Nanda paham isinya? Misalnya, the social function of the text is to describe a place, a particular place. Karena kita dalam kurikulumnya kita memang fokusnya ke describing place ya. Jadi kalau untuk strukturnya ada berapa? Dua. There are two part in descriptive text. They are identification, berarti introducing the place. What is it? Where is it? How do we get? We get there. Kemudian yang kedua pada bagian description, berarti ini all about the place ya. Untuk menceritakan bagaimana saja tempatnya, how does it look like, ya itu intinya. Kemudian untuk language features-nya. Language features consists of most of the tenses used in descriptive text in the form of simple present tense. Masih ingat Nanda simple present tense? Masih. Verb keberapa yang dipakai? Verb 1. Oke, good. Ketika kita menggunakan adjective atau kata sifat untuk describing the place, berarti kata sifat yang dipakai kita harus menggunakan to be ya, berarti subject is MR dilanjutkan dengan to be. Ketika ada historical place-nya, ada sejarah tempatnya sedikit yang diceritakan di dalam, berarti you will use simple past tense. Hanya untuk itu ya, tapi secara keseluruhan descriptive text itu we use simple present tense. Oke. Nah, sekarang let's see the example of descriptive text. Kita lihat contoh dari descriptive text-nya ya.
Adalah contoh teksnya jika kalian ingin mendeskripsikan suatu tempat. Miss punya contoh nih ya, ini adalah contoh describing places. Let's see this example. Well students, now let's see the example how we describe a place. Nah, kalian perhatikan ya, di sini ada Mutun Beach. Sebelah kiri sini ya, Miss akan mendeskripsikan Mutun Beach yang ada di Lampung. Mutun Beach is one of the beautiful beaches in Lampung. It is located in Sukajaya, Lempasing, Pesawaran, Lampung. It is around 19 km from Bandar Lampung. Nah, jadi pada paragraf awal ini adalah identification, yaitu memberitahu what is the place. Apa sih nama tempatnya? Lalu where is it located? Di mana tempatnya gitu ya? Di mana sih kalau kamu mau pergi ke sana, itu tempatnya di mana? Gitu ya. Selanjutnya nih kita akan baca paragraf berikutnya. Miss akan turunin sebentar ya. Miss turunin dulu sedikit. Iya. Nah, ini adalah paragraf kedua. There is a white sand and clear ocean. You can do some interesting activities like sliding on the water boom, playing canoe, riding a banana boat, and swimming on the ocean, clear ocean. Besides, we can have picnics too. There are some gazebo and we can rent on. Furthermore, it is very crowded on the weekend and holiday time. It is because Mutun Beach is a stunning place. Jadi sangat menarik ya, stunning place itu sangat beautiful gitu. Nah, selanjutnya di paragraf kedua yaitu description-nya. How does it look like? Jadi bagaimana sih penampakannya si Mutun Beach ini gitu ya. Jadi dia menceritakan bahwa ada pasir yang putih, ada lautan yang sangat jernih gitu ya. Kamu juga bisa melakukan aktivitas yang menarik di sana. Bisa main waterboom, bisa main kano, main banana boat, atau kalian hanya mau berenang aja di laut boleh gitu ya. Selanjutnya kamu juga bisa piknik di sana karena banyak gazebo. Tahu kan gazebo itu apa? Yang biasanya kayak pondokan-pondokan gitu loh. Tapi dia juga menceritakan nih di sini, kalau hari libur atau weekend itu biasanya pantai Mutun itu sangat ramai. Begitu cara mendeskripsikan suatu tempat. Cukup mudah kan? Jadi di paragraf awal tadi tentang di mana tempatnya, nama tempatnya ya. Terus gimana cara kesananya mungkin kamu bisa tambahkan ya. Lalu selanjutnya di paragraf kedua kamu describe lebih detail lagi bagaimana sih pantai Mutun itu, seperti itu.
Oke, dari tayangan videonya bisa Nanda tangkap kira-kira seperti apa descriptive text itu. Ini kan sudah contoh teksnya. Jadi ketika we talk about descriptive text atau kita mendeskripsikan sebuah tempat, berarti harus lengkap Nanda. Pada paragraf satunya itu memang sudah jelas identification-nya. Nah, contoh teks ini, what is the place? Apa tempatnya? Oke, Mutun Beach. How does it look like? Ada apa? White sandy beach katanya. Kemudian? Iya. Any else? Iya, there are some activities ya that you can do there. Apa aktivitasnya? What are the activities? Oke. Ya. Oke. So next, jika tidak ada pertanyaan lagi, ini kan kita pertemuan pertama ini. Rencana mem kita ada 3 meeting for descriptive text. Jadi untuk pertemuan pertama khusus untuk menekankan ke Nanda, what is descriptive text, especially in describing place. Kemudian, what are the structures, what are the features. Sepanjang ini, any question about our lesson? Any question? Merasa Nanda sudah cukup paham ya? Karena untuk descriptive text, walaupun di kelas 10, this is the first meeting, but when you were at junior high school, you have ever learned about it, ya kan? Oke. Nah sekarang kita masuk ke dalam pemahaman. Jadi lebih fokus kita ke reading comprehension ya. Reading comprehension. Di sini ada LKPD yang akan membagikan. Jadi untuk LKPD ini nanti dibagi tasnya. Ada task 1, task 2, and task 3. Ya. The instruction is first. You have to read the instruction. Nanda harus baca dulu instruksinya apa. Whether the task for individual task or group task. Ketika individual task, berarti you have do it by yourself. Ketika tasknya di sini tertulis group task, you can discuss and join with your chairmate. Do you understand? Ya. Kemudian karena Dini nggak hadir hari ini, berarti ada yang bertiga, satu orang ya. Jadi Nanda bertiga dengan temannya, ya. Jadi ada yang bertiga, itu khusus full discussionnya. Atau untuk ada di sini perintahnya group task. Group task itu di sini untuk task 2. Task 2 kita memang group task. Kemudian for the last one, because pada learning purpose tadi Ma'am sudah bilang, learning purpose kita yang ketiga, I hope you can create a descriptive text khusus tentang describing place, what place that you have ever visited before. Jadi itu nanti yang deskripsikan. Jadi untuk task 3, silakan Nanda tulis nanti di sini, ya. Nanda buat karangan Nanda di sini. Tidak usah too long, tapi yang penting the structures of the text harus ada include di dalam teks deskriptif yang Nanda buat itu. Minimal harus ada identification-nya satu paragraf and description-nya satu paragraf. Cukup jelas perintahnya? Jelas, ya. Do you have any question before? Ada pertanyaan dulu sebelum membagi ini? Tidak ada pertanyaan. Oke. Silakan dikerjakan di sini ya. Tolong baca hati-hati. Ada yang individual task, ada dia yang group task, ya. Nanda boleh berdiskusi pada bagian apa? Iya, group task-nya ya. 3, 7 ya. So I will give you about 15 minutes to do the task. Yeah, 15 minutes. I think that enough for you. 15 minutes. Yeah, distribute to your friends. Yeah, Nanda write your name at the corner ya, top corner. Tulis nama, tulis kelas. I hope you can do it by yourself for the task 1 ya, karena task 1 ada tulisan apa pada task 1 ya? Apa directionnya? Individual task. So please do it by yourself ya. We have 15 minutes. For the second task, you can discuss with your chairmate ya. For the second task. Any question? No? Any difficulties in your task? Okay, for task 2, discuss with your friends. Yeah. For task 2. Task 2 is about Pagaruyung Palace. Have you ever visited the place? Yes, you have ever, yeah? You have ever. Pagaruyung Palace. You can discuss with your friend for the second task. For number 10 itu Nanda bikin dalam bentuk essay saja nanti ya. What is the main idea of the second paragraph? Jadi untuk paragraf kedua, from every single guest room and suite, kan itu dia. Jadi apa main idea dari the second paragraphnya? Jadi Nanda tulis saja di sana ya. Untuk number 10. Ya. Nanda bisa searching dari teksnya untuk nomor 10. Paragraf 2 kan bisa Nanda cari main idea-nya ya. Main idea sebelumnya kan sudah pernah dipelajari ya. Ide pokok. Have you finished? For task 1, all of you have finished task 1? Yes, you have finished task 1. And the second task? For the second task, you can discuss with your chairmate. Okay, 5 minutes more for task 1 ya. Task 3 nanti setelah kita bahas, Nanda akan create descriptive text. Jadi 5 minutes more, kita bahas dulu. Kita bahas dulu task 1 and task 2. Okay, have you finished task 1 and task 2? Oke, kita bahas bersama task 1 and task 2 ya. Kita mulai dari samping kiri aja. For task 1, number 1, read the question and answer it. Nanti sampai ke temannya berikutnya. Iya, soal langsung jawab.
What is the writer's purpose in writing the text? Then, to describe a famous historical site.
Right or not? Okay, good. Next, the second one.
From the text, we can infer that visitors can cherish the Japanese backdrop, the panorama part only.
Okay, number 3.
The function of paragraph 1 is to identify the Japanese cave particularly.
Okay, identify the Japanese cave particularly. Number 4.
People have heard many depressing stories about the cave. The underlying word is caused in my meaning to discouraging.
Yeah, discouraging. Next, number 5.
What does the text tell us about the description of Kediri?
Okay, see the description of Kediri. Number 6.
Those who do not word here, listen that the underlined word refers to the local people.
Okay, good. Ada yang jawaban berbeda? For number 6, the local people. Any other answer? No. Okay, number 7. We move on number 7. Okay. Okay, good. Next, number 8.
Why was the Ambarawa Railway Museum
Establish, okay.
to preserve the system locomotive?
Okay, number 9 and number 10. Number 9 ada.
What can we infer from the text? The answer is C. A luxurious hotel that offered about the promise of the East.
Okay, good. Okay, for number 10, ini sifatnya Nanda yang tentukan sendiri, ya. You can make your own words to state the main idea. So, what is the main idea of the second paragraph from the text? The main idea is, raise your hand. Who can? The main idea of the text. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Mana ide pokoknya paragraf kedua? Raise your hand. Okay, Ilmi. Louder please, Ilmi.
I think it's about river of Kings.
Yeah. It's about
River of Kings, the single bus room and suite.
okay, good. It's about a restaurant near the River of King. Ya, jadi memang itu dia. Okay, next we move on to the second task. Ini kan Mem suruh Nanda discussion. Discuss with your chairmate. Ada Nanda berdiskusi dengan benar. Ada temannya aktif berdiskusi. Jadi kalau berdiskusi itu memang harus saling menerima pendapat. Jadi tidak hanya satu-satu saja ya. Oke. For number 1. Grup siapa yang mau number 1? Baca soal dan jawab. Oke Nanda. Read the questions. Louder please. Okay, good. Number 2. Who's group for number 2? Okay. Who's group for number 2? Okay, Nanda. Number 2.
Paragraph is identification about the syllabus. Paragraph 2 and article 5 is description about program plan.
Okay, good. Okay. For the next one, number 3. Who can? Okay.
Analyze the characteristics of Istana Pagaribuan. Answer: it was built in the traditional Minangkabau Noradang vernacular architectural style, but had a number of typical elements, including historic structure and regular dimension comprised
Number? Okay, number 4. Okay, Nanda. Okay, number 4. Read the question and answer it.
How is the original palace constructed? The original Pagaribuan Palace was built entirely from timber masonry.
Oke, good. Jadi sudah pernah terbakar sebelumnya ya. Kalau yang aslinya from timber masonry, kalau yang sekarang itu sudah reconstruct again. Okay, the last one. Okay, read the question and answer it.
Do you think there is a different construction between the original and the renovated place? Give your reason.
Of course, yes, because the original one was built entirely from timber masonry, and the renovated one was built with the modern style.
Okay, good. Okay, so we have finished our task 1 and task 2. And for the next task, for task 3, please describe your favorite place. Maybe a place that you have ever visited before and describe in this paper. Yeah. Your essay must be consist of identification and description. Karena tema kita hari ini adalah describing place. There are 2 structures. Ya, there are 2 part. Jadi karangan Anda pun harus consist of those part. Harus meliputi identification and description. Oke, 5 minutes only. Karena hanya 2 paragraf saja. Kan minimalnya 2 paragraf meminta. Kalau Nanda bisa bikin yang lebih panjang, bagus. Tapi kalau tidak, silakan 2 paragraf saja. Jadi 5 minutes only ya. Nanti yang selesai paragrafnya, beberapa orang nanti Mem akan tunjuk Nanda nanti. Silakan presentasikan seperti apa. Ini untuk writingnya. Any question so far? No? Any question? Okay, finish? Have you finished? Oke, Mem akan minta Nanda beberapa orang saja ya. Kira-kira siapa yang mau mempresentasikan hasil writingnya? Oke, raise your hand. Oke, Soliha. Louder please.
Transmart. Transmart is located in most of every big city in Indonesia. One of it is located in Padang. It is located in the middle of the town. You can go there by your private transportation or with Transpadang. Transmart is so big mall and the complete mall. You can find everything what you want there. There are so many parts there. Part of food, part of baby, man and woman clothes, part of makeup, phone, and the favorite part of the Transmart is game area, moreover for children. There you can play and have fun. The place will not make you boring. And the most favorite one in Transmart is Bioscope. So you can watch everything you want in the Bioscope.
Okay, good. For the next essay, who wants to present it? Okay, Nanda?
Bukit Tinggi Zoo is one of my favorite places in Bukit Tinggi. The place is not far from Jambaran Tinggi. The zoo is located in the center of Bukit Tinggi City, West Sumatra, Indonesia. Most people visit the zoo on weekends or public holidays. In the zoo, there are so much animals that you can see, like tiger, lion, monkey, snake, crocodile, and others. The place is so big, so we can spend our time in there to see any kind of animal. The place is so interesting. You can go to this place if you need something that can entertain you.
Okay, good. Next. Who wants next? Okay, Ilmi.
Panjang Beach. Panjang Beach is located at Bengkulu City, Bengkulu Province. You can go to Panjang Beach with car or motorcycle. In front of Panjang Beach, there is BIM Bengkulu Indah Mall. When we visit to Panjang Beach, we can look at the first big letter that is Pantai Panjang. There are so many chairs, big umbrella, gazebo, and big trees so you can rest and relax there. There is the various tools and entertainment like mini car, motor scooter, cave, and various other things. In the evening, we can see a beautiful sunset and make environs like this. It's so interesting.
Okay, who else? Who have finished? Who else? Okay.
Jam Gadang. Jam Gadang is one of my favorite place. Jam Gadang place inside the Bukit Tinggi. This place is very popular. There is so much visitor from another city and another province like Sumatera Utara, Jawa, Kalimantan, and others. Jam Gadang market is very strategic place. There is so much another place that's popular to around Jam Gadang. Every Sunday morning, so much people do sport in there, like gymnastics and others. This place is interesting.
Okay, good. It's about Jam Gadang, yeah. Okay, next. Who else? Okay. Louder, please.
Binatang Zoo is located in Bukit Tinggi. It's one of the most beautiful places to visit because there is so many animals. Ticket to enter the Binatang Zoo is for adults 20,000 rupiah and for children 10,000 rupiah. It's open from 8 a.m. Until 5 p.m. and you can also buy the tickets with Breezy card. In front of the Binatang Zoo, there are so many people sell their stuff like accessories, food, clothes, and each other. The building is so big. In the Binatang Zoo, there are so many animals. The animals are reptiles, birds, fishes, and wild animals. You can look at the wild and reptile animals further up because there is a mirror to protect us from danger. And you can also see and touch the bird. But you cannot reach it to them.
Okay, good. It's about Binatang Zoo. Okay, good. Who else? Okay.
Bukit is a name of corn. It is situated in between the Bengkulu and Wilis Mountain in the neighborhood where about 1 and 3 million people. In the center of the town is a large hill which are called the Tanjung Mountain. Because the photography of the region city is called a chilly town by the locals. This is the temple. The city is also famous for its products like chicken and special kind of tofu and beancurd. This highly nutritious food is delicious of Kediri and has a distinct taste.
Okay, it's about Kediri. Okay, good. One more. Okay.
Harnas Amusement House. This place is a historical place. Harnas Amusement House is located in Bengkulu City. There is so much visitors that come from another city in the April 5. This place was so interesting and exciting. In the house, there is so much historical things. This place makes me know how hard our hero fight until he escaped to this house. In the house, there is a corner spot and another stage, and this building not big.
Okay, good. You come from Bengkulu?
No.
Yeah. But you have ever visited place, right? Okay, one more. Who else? Okay, then one more. Yeah.
Harapalai. Harapalai is one of the beautiful palai in Indonesia. The palai in Kecamatan Harau in Kabupaten Lombok Kota. The Harapalai is so beautiful. In there is two palai. The first one, the place when we enter the Harapalai, we left to look there the palai. The first one, there is a game like a flying frog. It's so funny. And when so crowded people to visit this place. The Harapalai, we came to visit with family, but the place so larger and there is some gazebo in there. And because the view is so beautiful, you can get aesthetic pictures in Harapalai.
Okay, good. Okay, we have finished all of our tasks, task 1, 2, and 3, and now submit your worksheet to your chairperson. Oke, kita 3 jam pelajaran ini sudah membahas mengenai descriptive text. Who can sum up our lesson for this morning? Oke.
Today we learn about descriptive text. Today we learn about describing place. The social function of describing place is to describe a particular place. The structure is identification and description. Identification is to introduce the place, and the description is to tell how does it look like. And then the language feature is using simple present tense. And we also can use past tense to tell history of the place.
Oke, good. Jadi teman Anda sudah conclude our lesson. So far, do you have any question before we close the class? No question. Jadi for the next meeting kita akan masuk ke listening. Jadi mem akan tampilkan video mengenai sebuah tempat. Jadi langsung ada listeningnya. Kalau sekarang kan kita fokusnya ke reading comprehension. Kalau untuk minggu depan itu kita akan fokus ke listening skill. Ya, jika tidak ada pertanyaan lagi karena sudah disimpulkan oleh temannya tadi, the social function is to describe a place, a particular place. Kemudian the structures consists of 2 parts. Identification and description. Identification is focused to introduce what place that you are going to describe. Kemudian untuk description-nya itu lebih ke menonjolkan atau mendeskripsikan how does it look like, how does this place look like, ya. Merasa itu memang Anda udah paham, cukup paham untuk ini. Language features-nya most of us will use simple present tense, ya. Kemudian adjective juga banyak di sana, ya. Jadi kalau tidak ada pertanyaan lagi, kita tutup pelajaran kita hari ini dengan membacakan hamdalah. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Okay, see you next week. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.